Ipsos asked Americans, do you think America's in decline? 59% of Americans say America's in decline. They asked young people, do you think America's headed in the wrong direction? Only 13% of young people say America's headed in the right direction. Gallup asked people, do you believe in the American dream? 69% of Americans said they didn't believe in the American dream. That is an exocet missile designed, aimed directly at our common life together. Because we are a very diverse society held together by a faith in the American dream, and when that faith goes, we fracture. As if you've gone to my previous lectures, you know I love the phrase, all of life is a series of daring explorations from a secure base. People need a secure base. They need a secure financial base, emotional base with their friends, but they also need a spiritual base. And for the last 30 or 40 years, we've told successive generations of young people, find your own truth, come up with your own morality. And if your name is not Aristotle, you can't do that. And so we left successive generations morally naked and alone, without an unformed sense of what's my moral philosophy, and we left no shared moral order. If I'm going to have trust in you, I have to have faith that you will do what you ought to do. And that faith is based on the idea that we agree on what we ought to do. And if we don't agree on what we ought to do, I can't trust you. And so I mentioned in the 1970s what they call institutional trust plummets. In the 2000s, interpersonal trust plummets. Before then, if you asked people, do you trust your neighbor? 60% said yes. Today, it's 30% and 19% are millennial. So there's been a loss of common faith, a loss of common trust. And when you get that loss of trust, you get surges of populism. Populism is a belief system for people who feel betrayed. Fanaticism is a response to existential anxiety, the existential anxiety of feeling in a world where you can't trust anybody else. Pew Research Center asked Gen Z and millennial, do you think most people are selfish and out to get you? And 72% of people in these generations agreed with that statement. That is the definition of high distrust.